Hypixel Bedwars was once the most popular multiplayer minigame in all of Minecraft. But to understand its downfall, we need to go back to the start of Hypixel. Hypixel used to be a group of map makers, believe it or not, and they made some of the most memorable creations, such as Herobrine's Mansion and Herobrine's Return. I'm sure you remember playing those. They created the Hypixel server because a lot of people were complaining that the maps were too hard to download and use. Therefore, they made the Hypixel server as an easy way to play the maps. All you had to do was log into Hypixel, click one of the maps you wanted to play, and done. You could play the map. But then, Hypixel added the Walls game in June 2012, bringing, to my knowledge, the first non-adventure map style minigame to Hypixel. The Walls, for those of you who do not know, is essentially a minigame where you are placed in a small bordered world where you must grind for items within the time frame of the wall still being up. Grinding items gives you a huge advantage for when the walls go down and PvP is enabled. There is a pretty detailed thread on the Hypixel forums, link in the description by the way, but it's in a lot more detail and much better timeline for games added on Hypixel. In my video explaining the new Bedwars update, I talked a bit about how the essential to know Bedwars history. For now, I'll give a brief overview of the timeline. Bedwars was added to Hypixel in the prototype lobby in January 24th, 2017. Bedwars received an official release in June 24th, 2017, only around 6 months after it was in the prototype lobby. With Bedwars rising to its peak of players, which to my knowledge was around 20,000 to 15,000, that's a lot of people. Just imagine all of those players as a US penny, and imagine stacking that many pennies on top of each other. That would reach to 99.7 feet, or around half the length of the US space shuttle. That's literally insane. Anyhow, some YouTubers like Cheetah gained over 26,000 subscribers in 1 month off of making Hypixel content alone. Granted, that content wasn't Bedwars, but it puts into scale the popularity of this subject at the time. Also, maybe you guys can get me to 26,000 subs in 1 month, please? Bedwars was literally the topic of Minecraft mid-2019 to 2021, making a Bedwars video almost guaranteed at least 90,000 views. But all good things must come to an end. So did Bedwars. Just barely keeping over 4,000 players at once, almost a decrease in 11 to 16,000 players. The most probable reason to the decline in players is because of the fact that Hypixel Skyblock, which gained 30,000 players at once, essentially killing the player base of Hypixel Bedwars. Bedwars had a good run, and to be honest, I see a major comeback. After all, a rise in new YouTubers like me making content on the topic, not to mention the fact that RKY and walibear, who are YouTubers that have around 500,000 subscribers each, made a return to Bedwars, marking the start of a new dawn on Hypixel's players. The rest of this video will now be click sounds and keyboard and mouse ASMR. Bye! Also, please subscribe because I've been trying to make it to the 1,000 subscribers before 2025. I am begging you, please help me.